Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining and zooming in with us today for our presentation. Our project topic is knowledge of hand hygiene between dental healthcare professionals. We are dental hygiene students at Loma Linda University School of Dentistry, and um, the conductors in this research are my name is Thang Ngo, Robert Heisa, Michaela Lopez, Sarah Pak, Araya Perez, and Stanford. Our advisors are Dr. Oyoyo, Mrs. Hayden, and Dr. Kwan. To start this introductions, hand hygiene is important to incorporate to our daily routine as healthcare professionals because it is considered as an essential measure for reducing any bacteria or harmful pathogens that might be detrimental during patient care to other healthcare professionals. The number of bacteria can be found in our hands is approximately 1,500 microbes, which can easily transmit from person to person if no proper hand washing techniques are implemented. Healthcare-associated infections, HCAIs, have been a central issue for patient and healthcare professional safety as they may lead to different problems such as prolonged hospital stays, long-term disability, increased antibiotic resistance, high cost for patient and their family, and excess deaths. And now Robert Heisa, my partner, will continue on.
So maintaining asepsis in a clinic is essential when it comes to preventing the spread of disease, especially with the rise of COVID-19. The necessity for proper hand hygiene is critical. In dentistry, there are variations in the way each clinic operates, and this is usually due to the different levels of knowledge that each dental team will possess. Many research studies explain the benefits of different hand hygiene methods, but they are still unknown whether the knowledge of hand hygiene is different among dental professionals, faculty, and students. So the goal for our research is to bring attention to this gap in knowledge and be able to address the perceptions in cleaning protocol and test their understandings of whether hand hygiene is effective between dental professionals, dental hygiene faculty, and dental students. And Sarah will be going over the purpose of our study.
The purpose of the study is to bring to attention the importance of proper hand hygiene techniques in the dental clinic, as well as to gauge the participants' understanding of the subject or lack thereof. In doing so, poor hand hygiene techniques could be amended and strong fundamentals could be improved upon. The objectives will be accomplished by addressing the following aims that Araya will explain to us.
For one, determine the level of knowledge for hand hygiene currently among dental professionals, faculty, and students. We hypothesized that the overall percentage of questions answered correctly among the three groups on proper hand hygiene would be less than 50%. And two, determine whether there is a difference in the level of knowledge for hand hygiene when comparing dental professionals, faculty, and students. We hypothesized that there would be no difference in percentage of questions answered correctly among these three groups. And up next would be Stanford.
So for the order of our procedure, we created the survey, then we decided to distribute the survey and then compile results and do some data analysis. And we used a cross-sectional survey for responses that were obtained through the Loma Linda University Dentistry Options Qualtrics, which is an online survey platform. We used 14-question survey, which was sent through email, and it determined the participants' level of knowledge on proper hand hygiene techniques, as well as different demographics to three specific groups: dental clinicians, dental school professors, and dental students within the school. In order to receive permission, we had the participants be informed that the questionnaire was optional, and taking part in the survey confirmed their consent. And the next person and Michaela will go over our data analysis.
So an ANCOVA test was used in order to determine any statistical significance in the percentage of questions answered correctly between the three groups. We adjusted the covariance at the same time, with a sample size of at least 17 participants in each group for statistical significance. The following parameters set the sample size calculations to 80% power, one effect size, and different proportions among our study group at an alpha level of 0.05. We will also run descriptive statistic tests and include various plots to support the data.
We were able to extract our data and recently got our results back. We are currently in the process of cross-tabulating and analyzing all of our data. As you can see on this box plot chart, we have the percentage of questions answered correctly scored for each of the three groups. We hypothesized that the overall percentage of questions answered correctly among the three groups would be less than 50%. This was wrong as they all scored above 50% as a whole. However, the p-value was above 0.05, so the data is not significant, and therefore we failed to reject the null hypothesis. We also hypothesized that there would be no difference in percentage of questions answered correctly among the three groups. The values in the second table compare the percentages of the different groups to one another. Clinicians scored the highest mean, then the professors, followed by the students who scored the lowest. Based on this data, our hypothesis was also incorrect. However, none of the p-values were below 0.05, so we failed to reject the null hypothesis. We have more data results that we have cross-tabulated, such as comparing gender or age or the confidence level of the person who takes a survey to the percentage of questions answered correctly. And we'll be analyzing those as well in the next coming weeks before we draw on our conclusions.